Chapter 6574. Trevor didn't know how to answer for a moment. He felt that Charlie was very fair and upright. He didn't irresponsibly express support or opposition to a complex issue. He pointed out some unreasonable aspects on the premise of respect, that's all. Tawana was too sensitive. She always thought things were black or white. She thought that if you couldn't fully agree with my point of view, then you would be completely denying my point of view and standing against me. At this moment, Peter, who was sitting in the front passenger seat, suddenly said, "Everyone, time is running out, hurry up." Tawana and Trevor were a little stunned for a moment, not knowing what he meant by saying this. And the two people behind them immediately took out the syringes from their arms as quickly as possible. Both syringes were 10 milliliters in capacity and were filled with transparent liquid. The two took out the syringes and immediately stabbed Tawana and Trevor. Tawana and Trevor's attention was all on Peter, who suddenly shouted, and they had no idea of the murderous intent behind them. Charlie also felt that the ninja next to him had taken out a shuriken from the cuff of his right hand, and then suddenly turned sideways and stabbed the shuriken at him. Charlie was not in a hurry. His aura protected one side of his body calmly, and he shouted at the same time, "Tawana, you idiot!" When Tawana heard Charlie insulting her, she turned around and shouted almost reflexively, "Who are you calling an idiot?" As soon as she finished speaking, she saw a silver light rushing towards her. Then, she felt a sudden sharp pain in her neck. The needle, which was at least 5 or 6 centimeters long, it had completely pierced her neck at this moment. "Ah! It hurts! What are you doing?" The severe pain made her scream uncontrollably, and Trevor's screams were heard from the side. Another person had already pierced Trevor's neck with a syringe. At this time, as long as the two killers pushed the liquid into their bodies with a little force on their fingertips, this popular couple would become desperate Mandarin ducks. At this time, the ninja next to Charlie was no less fast than the two killers. He stabbed Charlie's waist with all his strength, intending to pull up directly after stabbing it and open his chest sideways. But what shocked him was that when the sharp blade of his shuriken was less than 1 centimeter away from Charlie's body, it seemed to encounter great resistance. No matter how hard he tried, he could not stab the sharp blade forward. He thought he was having an illusion, and immediately gathered the strength to stab again. But the tip of the knife was still hovering less than 1 centimeter away from Charlie, and he could not move forward no matter what. The killer who stabbed the syringe into Tawana's neck did not know what happened in the back row. He looked at Tawana at this moment and sneered. "Miss Sweet, go on your way with peace of mind. This medicine will make you go peacefully and it won't hurt at all." After that, he was about to push the syringe to inject poison into her body. Trevor was so scared that his face turned pale, and he blurted out, "Why? Why do you want to kill us?" Another killer laughed and said, "I didn't mean to kill you. But who told you to come up and die?" After that, he looked back at Charlie, seeing that the ninja had already made a sideways stabbing motion. He guessed that Charlie had been stabbed at this time, so he sneered. "And you, were you sick in the head? You rushed to die here today. You hate your life, don't you?" Charlie smiled and said, "It's not certain who will die." Seeing that Charlie said it calmly, the man was surprised in his heart. How could a person who was hit by a shuriken be so calm and talk and laugh? So, he immediately looked at the ninja, wanting to see if he accidentally missed it. At this time, the ninja stood up, holding the shuriken and tremblingly pointing at Charlie. With a terrified expression, he shouted, He is a devil. He is an unkillable devil."